Yo, what's good? If y'all don't know me, I'm 5. Yo, we back with another reaction. Anyways, I'm just saying. So, the most awkward interviews in hip hop history. I don't know. They just be awkward. So
it's tough to interview. Come off too much like the police, and there's every chance
maybe
they'll
always
shut
some
down
like
and
funny
refuse
shit
to
be coming out of
participate
this.
in the interview. On the other hand, if a rapper says or does the wrong thing during an interview, i.e. Drake infamously freestyling off his BlackBerry in 2009, there's every chance that this will be etched into their legacy forever.
BlackBerries, yo, that was an error.
We're taking a closer look at some of the most
awkward
interviews in hip-hop history. Often,
yeah,
new
2007
emerge,
babies.
News outlets will try to poke holes in the image they've constructed around themselves. But often, the artists are too savvy.
Nah, that's the Concrete Gang wannabes.
Poke holes in the image they've constructed around themselves. But often, the artists are too savvy, and all the journalists who've tried to defame them end up doing is making them appear even more appealing to their fan base. That was the case when BBC attempted to tangle with a young Tyler the Creator in Odd Future. Flanked by the group's colorful cast of characters which included Damo, Left Brain, Haji Beats, and Sid the Kid, the reporter made a mistake of underestimating the crew and clearly went into the interview with a preconceived idea of how he wanted to portray them. The result is a combative masterclass, with Tyler going out of his way to make things as difficult as possible.
Okay, now what about your lyrics? What are you saying in your lyrics?
Nothing. To old white people off like you.
Is that right?
My lyrics aren't offensive.
Some people find them offensive.
Some people find everything offensive.
That's facts.
Okay.
But when it comes to awkward interviews,
that was a funny ass meme.
An art form quite like Nardwuar, a bona fide legend who's received his flowers from virtually every rapper.
Bro, that's weird, bro. I would want to know how Nardwuar got all his shit.
Spent years witnessing him bamboozle his guests with obscure knowledge about their lives. But over the years, this hasn't always gone to plan. In rock music, the likes of Blur, Henry Rollins, and Slipknot all found themselves confused by Nardwuar's shtick, to the point of getting angry. And in hip-hop, the likes of Lil Uzi Vert decided to run away from him, while Jay-Z just seemed utterly confused. But if any interview between Nardwuar and an MC who refused to play ball was painful to witness, it was Nas. Back in the day, Nas agreed to sit down with Nardwuar during a Canadian tour stop. Initially, things started off amicably enough, with Nas seemingly impressed by the degree of research Nardwuar had undertaken.
This dude here, see where he's at? This is the project where I come from. That's the elevator doors open. See, that's
crazy,
the first floor.
Yo, y'all really want to see my documentary?
Jane, stop this crazy thing. Sweet crazy, you're crazy.
While he originally seemed amused by the endless selection of records and pop culture trinkets that Nardwuar decided to bestow upon him, Nas's patience would eventually wear thin.
Go Nardwuar to interview me one day. I want to see if he knows everything.
Was as hostile as we've ever seen.
He better put out some crazy shit.
Nuts, you are psycho, but it's all love, it's all music. Peace.
Thanks so much, Nas. Keep on rocking in the free world and doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Yo, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
While Nas managed to keep things cordial with Nardwuar for a little while, the same couldn't be said for Kodak Black's appearance on Ebro in the Morning. A man who will make several appearances on this list, Ebro's demeanor has a way of getting under people's skin in a way that he doesn't seem to be aware of. But when Yak turned up to the Hot 97 studios, Ebro was determined to broach Kodak Black's pending.
Well, I haven't heard nothing about Hot 97 in a minute. People don't even care about being on there no more.
We can't get into details today, but we take Saul here serious. But we hope, to have you back so we can have a deeper conversation about that because, this is a serious topic and we're hearing these stories a lot.
After some haphazard attempts from Peter Rosenberg to guide the conversation back to neutral ground with a bizarre comment about the moon landing, it wasn't long before Kodak's annoyance boiled over.
You seem upset that I brought it up.
I feel like sometimes when we going through, y'all be entertained by bull. Change the subject, I'm finna walk out.
We don't have to talk about nothing else. We could be done right here.
All right, I'm going. Say less.
After the fact, Ebro received a mixture of praise and backlash from the culture.
And
in a subsequent radio appearance, he made it clear that this wasn't his intention. I did not want it to go that way. I'm not happy with the way that it went. I'm not happy it went that way. I feel bad that it went that way. Because I felt like I was honestly trying to have a balanced conversation with an individual who has a crazy past, dealing with some very real things. It's very strange right now, Ebro said. It makes nobody happy. I really, really wanted to end that in a good way. Where this incident stemmed from Kodak not wanting to delve into his personal life, this next awkward encounter involving Ebro was one in which the generational gap between him and the current crop of hip-hop artists was all too apparent. During Lil Uzi Vert's fame, he stopped in at Hot 97 and almost instantly was met with a dismissive attitude from Ebro. From the outset, he seemed intent on painting Uzi as just another mumble rapper, and as we know, he was anything but. And because of his supreme confidence, Uzi made what could have been a painful experience into one where he made predictions that, in hindsight, simply exposed Ebro's lack of understanding of what Uzi was trying to accomplish.
Everybody's grown, bro.
Are they? Everybody's grown? He fell off at the end.
Put another beat on.
Nah, because all I got is old man beats and you not built for
Hey,
that.
listen, it's gonna be a lot of young guys coming up here and they ain't gonna want to rap on that. I'm trying to tell you, it's changing.
Yo, look, I hope they change. But as I've seen with all you little young motherfuckers that think you nice, y'all get to like 27, 28, and y'all get to struggling and y'all be trying to come back and find that sound.
I ain't gonna struggle, bro.
And guess what?
Yo, that nigga Uzi, yo, he called that shit, bro. That's bro. Right now, 4/11/2024, bro. I'm running up a B. And I'm running up a B. Straight up. Biggest movie producer, biggest YouTuber, biggest streamer. I might be a rapper at some point. Maybe that too.
It's gonna be totally different too. I'm gonna be all the way a rock star by then.
History's proven Uzi to be right.
Nah,
with
that
his
shit
decision to
facts.
stay
That nigga
course
call
paid
that
dividends
shit
for years to come. But while his appearance on Hot 97 emboldened him, there are other cases in which a chaotic interview can set the course for a massive change in an artist's
said,
life.
fuck
Here we
you
have
and
Boot
those
Gang's
old ass
disastrous
beat
appearance
niggas.
on
Move
No
on
Jumper.
from that shit.
An incident which Adam 22 has categorized as the worst interview in No Jumper history. Boonk appeared notably intoxicated from the start. And although there is an argument to be made that Adam should have never put him in front of the camera in the first place, he did appear to try to wind things up as soon as he could, particularly as Boonk began to repeat himself.
Bullgate is right now. I've been up for the past 3 weeks.
Because I would like to do an interview when you're sober.
No, you don't want to do an interview when I'm sober. I may not have the hiccups from it like this.
The hiccups are not the biggest problem, but
yeah.
okay. Boonk Gang, everybody, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Since then, Boonk, now named John Gabbana,
Yeah, this nigga really came a long way.
around. But while
Oh,
Boonk
not-
Gang all
well,
but
this
left
nigga
music
and
without
also
leaving
Adam
a mark
too.
on the industry,
Nigga does
two men
not
that
like that
have
no more.
are Childish Gambino and
Yo,
Chief
what happened to that nigga, bro? Childish Gambino, he dropped that
exploding
one
into
song.
the scene
This
in
is
the early
America.
2010s. ATL's Donald Glover has become a pioneer in nearly every
I don't even know
avenue.
where he's at
while
anymore,
Glo Gang's
like-
Chief
oh, he
Keef
makes
is
movies now?
ATL's Childish Gambino and Chief Keef.
That is like a
Both
movie
exploding
artist.
into the scene in the early 2010s, ATL's Donald Glover has become a pioneer in nearly every avenue, while Glo Gang's Chief Keef was instrumental to the foundation of drill as we know it. But as it became clear when Noisy aligned the two for a one-on-one interview, it became obvious that despite their significant contributions to the game, they lacked natural chemistry when brought together. Over the course of a painful 4 minutes, the pair couldn't find sufficient common ground, nor enough mutual admiration to make it work.
Bro, look how different these niggas look. Like, what the fuck did y'all expect? Nigga, these bitches love Souza and This Is America. Like, that shit was not gonna go well together.
Clearly irritated by the conversation, making it known that he would rather not have to endure it, while Donald struggled to find something to say.
You don't like talking that much. You said you're not a big talker. I feel that. You're 17. You're about to turn 18.
Bro, that nigga was 17
I
at
didn't
the
really
time?
like to talk that much when I was 18. I just kind of like drew a lot of stuff. Do you draw? Well, you got a lot of tattoos.
You
Not
ain't
even
got no tat?
I might get one that just says what I'm allergic to or something like that. I heard you like belts a lot.
Somehow, things
Bro,
got
that nigga was trying.
even more
But yeah, that
excruciating
was
when the
not
conversation turned to music, with Donald misquoting Chief Keef's breakout hit in possibly the worst way conceivable.
I spoke to people. That line like a fart, that's that I don't like.
Who said that?
Is that on there?
A snitch, nigga? That, bro, what the fuck?
No. What's the first part? What's the last one?
That's sneak dishes.
I don't like fart.
Right.
Where interactions like Keef and Gambino's painfully stunted conversation was
That
the
was
product
so
of mutual
weird.
misunderstanding rather than animosity, there are other cases where personal grievances spill
There
over
can't
into
be
the
no beef
airwaves.
in that,
This
'cause
was definitely
they
the
just
case when it came to Joe
weren't,
Budden's
like,
infamous
people
appearance
for
on
each
Hot
other. That's it.
97. Set to appear on the show to promote
Joe
Rage and
Budden.
the Machine, both Joe's beef with Drake and his high-profile issues with his former podcast co-host Marissa Mendez were brought up on air. Left angered by Hot 97 hijacking the interview to discuss anything but his album, Joe let his issues with Ebro and Peter Rosenberg be known in the most Joe way possible.
I don't think that you guys are able to have an objective conversation, number one. Number two, this podcast conversation is not a conversation I care to have, especially not early in the morning. Number three, if Peter and or Marissa feel a way, then there are other mediums for that to be discussed if it's going to be discussed at all. Next time I come here for an
How old is Joe
interview,
Budden? Like
I'm managing
55?
to talk points. I didn't know that this would be an utter complete
should have
waste
known
of time.
that.
We talked about Drake for 10 minutes, then we talked about the album for
we
30
know we played
seconds,
your song.
and
And
then
we
we
played your
talked
song.
about Marissa and Peter.
You want to talk about
just
beats? You want to talk about snares
I
and
want you to
hi-hats?
talk about something compelling.
You want me to pull A-Rab up and talk about the MPC Renaissance? Yo, the bar you spit, this pattern you use, the percussion, the way you use your voice like like a drum.
I like, bro. I fuck with that. Like that old nigga coming at Joe Budden, because Joe Budden always be coming at all the young niggas.
Percussion and fell in the pocket.
You finally pick somebody his size. You get me?
I want to thank all of you for your time.
What should we have covered?
I don't know. That's y'all job to talk about. I don't do a morning show. I do a podcast.
We'll talk more album time.
No, we won't.
Joe was on the receiving end of a grilling that he neither signed up for nor
Wait,
wanted. That doesn't mean that he necessarily had any empathy for others when he placed them in a
I thought he only had that
situation.
one podcast.
Here we have Joey Jumpoff's infamous Everyday Struggle with Lil Yachty. Appearing on the headline-making Complex show was always a calculated gamble, and appearances from Vic Mensa and a near-physical altercation with Migos certainly made for compelling viewing. But they all pale in comparison, and a near-physical altercation Complex show was always a calculated gamble, and appearances from
nigga hating calling Joe Budden pussy.
Mensa and a near-physical altercation with Migos certainly made for compelling viewing. But they all pale in comparison to what happened when the rapper that was then Quality Control's newest star appeared. Over the course of the interview, Budden seemed incredibly frustrated by what he saw as Yachty's naivety and ignorance.
I don't care about the business part. I care about how Yachty feels.
You're giving me every day because life is moving in such a positive way. I can't get slowed down.
Nobody is one thing forever. You cannot tell me in the music business you are happy 24/7. That is a lie. That is bull. And I refuse to have somebody tell me bull. I want to have an honest conversation.
So when you come from a college dorm,
nigga, what the fuck? I'm happy, nigga. You mad? I'm happy. What the fuck?
Niggas
Niggas mad at other niggas' happiness.
You ain't getting no play with no girls. You have no car, and you come to having 3-4 cars. You got millions of dollars. $500,000 on your body just to wear. How could you be upset?
Because I don't think that's where your values lie. That's why. Is that sounding old guy mad still?
It sounds like you know you up me trying to bring it back.
I ain't
What
wait.
you said? Let me
If this wasn't bad enough, things continued
Yo, academics
to
was
intensify to the
chopped
point that
back
Joe
then.
was
What the
basically
hell?
playing the role of a scolding parent
Yo,
wasn't bad
nah,
enough.
academics
Things
before the money
continued
was
to intensify
different.
to the point that Joe was
Jeez.
basically playing the role of
That's
a
how I look
scolding
right now?
parent while Yachty took it in stride.
Yeah, somebody gonna be
Tell me
talking
what
about
you
me like
want
this in
from
a few
hip-hop.
years.
You don't think that's a question you should answer at some point? Or are you leaving all of this to QC to figure out?
Nah, I mean, I'm making music, bro. I'm just having fun. My fans love it.
You don't sound like you very aware with what's going on, and you one of the hottest on earth.
But what do you want me to say?
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm room eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
Yo, that nigga's stressed, bro. He's popping a bean, bro. He's not that. This nigga said, my nigga, chill.
Chill.
A storm
He's
which
not that
refused to
crazy. He's not
subside,
that deep.
Budden's harsh words resulted in a diss on QC's Ice Tray from Yachty and Quavo. Since then, the two have squashed the beef. In a similar vein, our next entry is another instance where a rapper turned media personality had an incendiary debate. Back in 2013, Kanye was an explosive form when it came to generating carnage wherever he went. A time where the man who'd become gay was gradually becoming more and more outspoken. Things came to a head when he appeared on Sway in the Morning to promote his forthcoming album, Yeezus.
Who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself? Take a few steps back.
You ain't got the answers, Sway. Yeah. I've been doing this more than you.
Relax.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing
the
the education. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yep, but I spent hundreds of thousands and putting out clothing lines at a smaller degree.
It ain't Ralph level. What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Why is it that?
Damn, that nigga coming at him crazy. That's your man's, but chill out.
I just told you, I lost them.
Nah, that's my man's when we're fucking with the hoes, bro. On the 2-man, yo, that's him, bro. Not gonna let you fuck, my nigga. Chill.
Money because I did not have the knowledge of
so
how to do it the right way.
You ain't gotta turn up, man. This ain't no show, man.
No,
I'm talking to you as a homie. You ain't gotta turn up on me, man to man, dog. These mics, we could turn all this off. You ain't got to do this. Don't try to embarrass us.
An incident which promptly reached the status of iconic meme. Kanye and Sway put the fiery exchange behind them until years later, when his high-profile rift with Adidas led Ye to consider that perhaps Sway was actually right about remaining independent. On the subject of time, and more specifically timekeeping, we have our final entry. For this one, we need to head over to Norway for a legendary interview with Snoop Dogg. After arriving at an interview in a sneaker store a long time after he was scheduled to, a reporter innocently tried to press the Dogfather on his punctuality. Almost instantly, Snoop made it known that this was a very bad idea.
You're 5? hours late here. And
Man, shut the up.
yeah, I was just wondering why you were so late, and I saw you were twittering about you being stopped at the border.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late. Because I wanted to go see Norway up close and personal and visit an old folks home. I went to a convalescent home. That's why I was late.
Now is the partying changing?
I don't party. Get this
Yeah, that nigga said, fuck that shit. I ain't trying to deal with your stupid ass. Yo, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Those were the most awkward interviews.